Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have a lot to share with you today. I am sharing with you products that I have used, emptied, and what I replaced them with. And this is coming from someone who tests and reviews a lot, so I think that if I use something, I empty it, that I think means that I love it. So I think these are great videos, especially to like point you in the right direction and hopefully de-influence you from buying things that don't necessarily work. I will link my last addition to this type of video up above. This is the last batch of winter empties because once this video goes live, it will hopefully be spring. I emptied the FARMACY Lip Smoothie in Honey Vanilla, Vitamin C, and Lip Peptide Balm. I like to use this before bed. And I really do like this formula because it's not heavy and it's not sticky. I would just literally just dip my nail in there and then apply it to my lips before bed. I have replaced that with two different items. The FARMACY Lip Smoothie in Apple, which looks like that. I am close to, I guess, midway through this. And as someone who eats an apple a day, I also like to apply this at night sometimes in the morning. As I am getting ready for work, I would sometimes apply this as well, but recently my go-to for that has been the Paula's Choice Pro Collagen Peptide Gloss Balm. Very different packaging, and to be honest, I do prefer a balm or a gloss like this instead of a jar, especially since I am someone who will just misplace the applicator. It will literally just create feet, develop feet, and just walk the hell away from me. So I do prefer something like this as opposed to something where I have to have an applicator or use like my nails. So that's my only gripe with this, even though the formulas I think are the same in the way that they feel over the lips, but the ingredients are of course different. Peptides, this has vitamin C and, oh, peptides as well. So we still get peptides from both. Amazing. And peptides have been proven to stimulate collagen and elastin within the skin. So that's incredible. I emptied the Elemis Pro Collagen Rose Micro Serum, which looks like this now. Definitely not the easiest thing to empty. And still smells like roses. I will link my review to this up above. I really liked how this felt over the skin, and I did find like the feel and formula unique. Kind of reminds me of the Merit serum, where it has both oil and water within the one formula. But I did find that when I stopped using it, some of the texture that I had here on my cheeks just went away. So I feel like perhaps the rose scented fragrance, whatever, may have done a number on my skin. So, you know, I love the smell of roses, and I did like the feel of this. I just did not like what it was doing to the cheek area. And it was, in fact, hydrating, so I did like that as well. I did end up replacing it with the Biossance Squalane and Copper Peptide Rapid Plumping Serum. Now this, fortunately, is fragrance and essential oil free, and I feel like this actually helped to kind of repair what the Elemis product was doing to the cheek space, so I do like this as well. Copper peptides are great for skin, even though they do not work with retinoids and AHAs. So you kind of just have to be careful what you pair this with. So that's my only con with this product. I will link my review to this up above. Very similar to the Elemis product, I do find myself reaching for this at night. On nights when I am not exfoliating my skin chemically or using a retinol-based product. So I still kind of am doing a little bit of skin cycling. From use, just hydrated skin. I do like to think about this as a supercharged hydrating serum with anti-aging benefits, and who does not like that? I really like this. I like the packaging as well, even though that does not matter. Directions for use are a full dropper, so that's kind of intense, but it works. So you can give it a go, especially if you have suffered from sensitivity to using fragrance products. Perhaps it's time that you go to an unscented product. Sunscreen, I feel like I am about to empty what I replaced this with, but I did empty the Paula's Choice Barrier Protect Mineral Sunscreen Broad Spectrum SPF 30 with Centella Asiatica. Really liked this formula. It did give me a bit of a cast on my skin, but I typically wear makeup, so it didn't really matter. And I really like all of Paula's Choice's sunscreens. I don't think I've used one that I absolutely hate. Love this. Felt more like a lightweight lotion, and it did give my skin more of like a natural demi matte look or finish to the skin. Like, it was in no way like the vitamin C version of this that just gives your skin a beautiful, luxurious glow. That was not this. I did replace this with something that doesn't give me a glow either, and that is the Drunk Elephant Umbra Tint Mineral Cream. SPF 30 Broad Spectrum SPF with 20% zinc oxide. Now, this is so close to being empty. But this, I was thoroughly impressed with this because it still has that thick Drunk Elephant SPF feel to it, but it works and it gives the skin a lovely tint. So it does kind of minimize the appearance of post-inflammation hyperpigmentation or sunspots. And I love that it worked under my makeup as well. When I was first introduced to the Drunk Elephant brand, I bought the whole shebang, and I was incredibly disappointed by the sunscreen. Like, I loved everything that Drunk Elephant made but the sunscreen, and they recently reformulated and sent over some of the SPFs. This shade worked best for me, which I think is the medium. They do have a deeper shade that sometimes I will mix with this, and I think Drunk Elephant also says that you can mix their sunscreens together without minimizing your sun protection factor. So I thought that was super duper cool. But I use this again under makeup, and I will use this to the gym. I will use this for dog walks, and I will reapply multiple times a day, and this does not pill or flake. I will say that because it is a thicker consistency at the end of the day, if I have reapplied a number of times, I do feel like I have to, do a double cleanse because there's a lot of product on my face. If you are incredibly sensitive to like what your face feels, this may not be for you, but I do not mind it. Let's move on to the Drunk Elephant Bouncy Bright Facial. I emptied this. I really liked this for brightening. The texture, consistency, and feel, I will say, is not my favorite for daytime use. I preferred to use this at night with the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum for brightening and clarifying, and also retexturizing with TLC Framboos. This has 10% azelaic acid and 1% salicylic acid. Now, I didn't necessarily replace this with another unit, which I think I do have, but because this does have brightening properties, what I did replace it with is the Sophie Povit Face Mandelic Clearing Serum. Now this does also have some skin clearing properties due to the salicylic acid. This is salicylic acid free. This has 6% mandelic acid. I think I will link my review to this up above. And this is what I am wearing on the skin today. This has been my daytime serum of choice. And one of the reasons why I love this is that I broke out right along here. I had maybe like maybe 3 breakouts. And the way that this not only minimized the inflammation and redness, but it cleared the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and post-inflammatory erythema. I was shocked. It literally felt like I was 20 again, where I would get a breakout and it would heal, pigment gone 3 days to a week. This is what it did for my skin. Now the texture I do love because this is a serum. This personally feels a little thicker and it does have a mattifying effect to the skin. Now Drunk Elephant says that you can use this during the day. I personally liked this better at night. And I think they also suggested that you could use this with C Firma, but I just probably could not tolerate both of those on my face. But I do love C Firma. Exfoliating mask. This is super duper amazing because you can find it at, well, if you are still shopping at Target, or you can find it on, well, Amazon is also a little problematic, or you can just buy it at Versed. Doctor's Visit Instant Resurfacing Mask. I used this before filming today, and this is like my favorite drugstore product. I think it's less than 25 bucks, and I picked mine up on Amazon because it was on sale for like $13. I'm not sure how I got the notification or how I saw that it was 15 bucks, but I picked it up because I love it so. Literally 2 to 3 minutes to mask and you remove and you have smooth, luminous skin. This in no way is Drunk Elephant Baby Facial, which I love because it's pro results at home. But if you have if you have sensitive skin, or if you just want to buy things on, at your local drugstore, gem. Solid gem. Again, this is not going to give you Drunk Elephant results. This is not it. This is a very gentle resurfacing mask made to target the signs of aging and dullness. This is an AHA-BHA complex with pineapple enzymes, and I am almost certain that the AHA and BHA complex is very low, very minimal. So I went ahead and I replaced it with the Versed Doctor's Visit Instant Resurfacing Mask. I love this. So the exfoliating acids here are lactic, glycolic, and salicylic, and the fruit enzymes here are pineapple and papaya. For sensitive skin, you may want to do a 90-second patch test on your neck or arm before applying to the face. You want to apply to the entire face, avoiding eye area once a week, ideally at night. So luckily for me, it is literally like 9 p.m. So I did do this before I sat down to film. And I do want to say that perhaps the results, the smooth feel to the skin literally lasts like 3 to 5 days. But I really enjoy this when I want to improve the texture of my skin, look poreless, and I don't have 20 to 30 minutes to mask. 2 to 3 minutes tops, ready to go. I emptied the Benefit 24-hour brow setter. This one looks probably gross. I emptied it with another 24-hour brow setter. I feel like I go through phases with my brow products because I have been loving this more and more every time I use it, especially right now where it's windy and it's not like I'm outside, a lot anyway. But the brows do not budge and it's not like flaky. at all. Sometimes when, well, like literally every night when I remove my makeup, I do have to go back and work the oils into my brows so that the firmness and stiffness or the product can be fully removed. This is literally like hairspray for your brows. This does not add like any fullness or thickness to your brows. If you are looking for that, I do recommend like the fluffy one. But this is definitely more if you have like full brows and you just want to make sure that they stay in place all day. I do like the applicator as well. It has a flat surface so you can like kind of brush your brows that way too and just kind of flatten them. And then you have like larger bristles at the top and then smaller bristles at the bottom so that you can further, you know, brush the brows up. Now I already have product, but I'm just kind of showing you here. So you can use the flat to brush or to apply, like to really deposit product, and then use the brush. So yeah, I have been loving this recently and it has been my go-to. So really digging this. I think I'm into like just cleaner brows right now. Like not so much the fluff, just a clean brow. Let's talk more lip products. Now, I have emptied a couple of the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping Line Smoothing Gloss. I have the shade Juicy Watermelon and Velvet. Velvet is one of my favorites. You can still see product here, but for this specific formula, because it's so thick and glossy, it's really hard to like scrape the product out and like fully thoroughly empty. So that is as close as I am going to get to like fully emptying this, because I have tried. You can definitely see on Velvet, because she's my favorite, just how much I have like scraped the unit. I will be replacing it with this mega unit of the Cherry Vanilla by Lawless as well. I reach for this formula when I want a plumper, more glossier look to the lip. This is a very thick formula, so if you are very like texturally sensitive, this may be a little too much for you. And I do love that there are varying shades with varying opacity as well. I feel like these two shades do offer like some color as well as Cherry Vanilla. And the scents, are the scents the same? I don't know. Does Cherry Vanilla smell like cherries? I don't know. These have been empty for so long that I think the scent has changed. I don't know. You can probably just have a look and see at Velvet. Velvet is a beautiful shade. And I do also really like the applicator here as well. It's beautiful. And I do enjoy the formula a lot. I forgot to include this in like my best of. I don't even know if I did best of makeup because I had the flu during the holiday when I wanted to film like a lot of videos. But I forgot to include this in like maybe my best of makeup. These are the Perricone MD No Makeup Lip Oil. Let me show you the applicator. Everyone, I feel like, has been sleeping on this. This is a lightweight formula. Now, these two are completely different. This is very thick, plumping, does have like a little bit of spice, kind of cooling, tingling feeling. This is lightweight lip oil, no tingle. I would say high shine. It's what I am wearing on the lips today, and definitely a lot easier to empty, as you can tell. Even though I love the Lawless applicator. This applicator is Gigantor and it feels so luxe on the lips. They sent me their entire range and I of course emptied two. I have guava and pink grapefruit. They do not taste like anything and they don't smell like their names. I am personally not a fan of guava and this doesn't smell like guava at all. This I can still probably scrape a little bit. Here, I'll apply. And just look at that applicator. It just feels so good on the lips. Velvety, smooth, lightweight, and it just doesn't stick to itself. It is a beautiful, beautiful lip oil. I love this, and I will be replacing it with the Perricone MD No Makeup Lip Oil in Raspberry Framboise. Ooh, and that's what that looks like. So I think these two look very similar. I'll be wearing like a, let's test it. Oh. So yeah, it'll look like that. Just a little bit of a tint. Nothing major. Lovely formula. I highly suggest that if you are perhaps like very sensitive to thick formulas, give these a go. They're stunning, they're beautiful. And this would not be an empties video without a deo empty. So this is my favorite kind of brightening deodorant. This is the Drunk Elephant Sweet Pity Deodorant Cream. I always include deodorant in my videos because I wear deodorant like literally every day, as I am assuming you do too. And this is a clean deodorant. It is a cream. And yeah, I used to have like, you know, dark underarm area, and this evened me out. So thank you. I love that for me. Body oil. This is quite possibly one of the best body oils I have used. It is the Salt Air Pink Beach Nourishing Body Oil. Just this formula. Stunning. I think it is nicely priced. It's not like 50 bucks. I think it's like $25, somewhere along that price range. It lasts a very long time. And I have been using the Santal Bloom. Same by Salt Air. I wish this scent just lasted longer, but I do love the formula. I like the packaging as well. They do offer a variety of scents, so I'm sure if you go on their website, you can find something that you may enjoy. I feel like Santal is maybe like a year-round type of scent, whereas Pink Beach, even though it is still technically winter, I would still use it, but I feel like Pink Beach is definitely more like summer scent. This is the best body scrub I have used, and it is the First Aid Beauty KP Bump Eraser. This is incredible. So this is safe for sensitive skin. It does have 10% AHAs. I just love that there's a lot of physical exfoliation within this product. My KP has been out of control recently, and it could just be because I am getting older, but I feel like it's coming down here, and I am trying to figure out other ways to treat it other than scrubbing my poor little arms away. So I did replace it with another KP Bump Eraser. So if you know of ways to further treat keratosis pilaris, I have been looking for other ways to treat it, and if I do find a way to treat it, I will of course share it. But I have been treating it with, of course, the physical exfoliation, AHAs, BHAs, and retinol. Retinol such as this, the Versed Pressed Restart Advanced Retinol Body Butter. Versed generously sent this over, I think, last year, and it has taken me a while to use this because I have used other stuff. But this I have been trying to use a little bit more. This says that it's a rich, nourishing body cream with texture reforming benefits of retinol. It helps firm, smooth, and replenish moisture, leaving skin radiant with a deeply hydrated feeling. I feel like the only thing that I experienced with this, other than itchiness, is kind of a firming and smoothing effect. And it did improve texture, but when I was using this a lot more, my arms would just get very itchy. So when I did use this, I also had to pair that with another like moisturizer because it was not deeply hydrating. So this is sadly like not one of my favorite products by Versed. I will be replacing this because I just emptied this with the Murad Retinol Resculpt Body Treatment. So this has visibly firming lipids. Directions: nighttime use, massage over body, concentrating on areas of concern, reduce frequency if sensitivity occurs. So I haven't even opened this, and I will just open that on like Instagram later. But I hope to experience better results with this. This is very heavy and the packaging is incredibly luxe, especially when you compare it with this from Versed. More body products. I emptied Isle of Paradise Brilliantly Bright Body Moisturizer. This still smells very good. For radiant skin, this has vitamin C, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid. I would pair this with their self-tanner to kind of offset the self-tanning smell. And this really did give the body like a radiant finish. And it smells literally smells like summer. So I really like this, but personally I feel like there are other products that moisturize my skin the way I want it to feel, and this doesn't give me as much of a glow as I get from other products. Like this one. This gives me everything that I want, and I emptied it. The Josie Maran body butter. I think the scent I was using here was tangerine. So good. And they recently sent over a golden hour with amber and white musk. So that's what's going to go in here momentarily. What I have been using in place of those two is a gift that I got from a client of mine for the holidays. And this is from Bath & Body Works. This is Ultra Hydration Hyaluronic Acid Body Butter, and this is almost empty as well. You can tell we are in California winter because I have used loads and loads of body butters. This is very, very thick, and this does have a bit of like a fresh scent to it. This just doesn't give me the glow I get from the Josie Maran product, but this does hydrate the skin effectively, and it is so thick that I think very dry skin will enjoy this. If you don't love a glow, you may enjoy this as well. I will definitely be emptying this literally in like the next week. And finally, I emptied a travel size of the Josie Maran body butter in Bohemian Fig, and then I have replaced it with the new scent, the Josie Maran body butter in Golden Hour. This smells divine. This smells like summer in a bottle. The Josie Maran body butter, I think the best of the best. That is all I have for you all today. Let me know if you have used any of the products I mentioned and shared with you today. Did you love them? Did you hate them? Let's discuss in the comments. And again, thank you all so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you were perhaps able to, make some shopping decisions from today's video. If not, I hope you learned something new. So I will see you in the next one. Bye. The smooth effect, the smooth feel to the skin. Oh shoot.